Hello, I'm Lincoln, and welcome to my channel. To briefly introduce myself, I'm currently working as a town planner in a London-based town planning consultancy for just under 8 months after graduating from my town planning master's degree. And in this video, I would like to share to you about my experience working as a town planner in London and to clear up any misunderstandings regarding the career. So, what does a town planner do? The most common reaction that I got when I tell people that I work as a town planner is that, isn't London already a developed city? What can you actually plan? Others may think that I play SimCity or OpenTTD every day, which I really hope so, but unfortunately this isn't the case. So, what does a town planner actually do on a day-to-day basis? Firstly, I need to walk you through the town planning system in the UK. The UK planning system is framed by the Town and Country Planning Act and the Planning and Compulsory Purchase Act, which states that planning permissions must be made in accordance to development plans unless other material considerations indicated otherwise. To put it in simple terms, basically means that any proposed developments must be determined by a development plan unless there are any other special reasons. And the following diagram shows a hierarchy of development plans that are created as a result of this legislation. The National Planning Policy Framework is the highest level of all of the development plans, regulating the creation of regional plans, local plans, and other supplementary planning documents, which to a certain extent behave like the legal system where the constitution dictates legislation and the legislation dictates regulations, etc. etc. Based on this system, some town planners would work in the public sector and some in the private sector. And the role of the public sector planner working in a local authority is basically to formulate these planning policy documents and assess planning applications against these planning policies to see whether the proposal complies with policy requirements in order to approve or refuse a planning application. When it comes to the private sector, things become a bit more commercial, whereas planners would try to navigate the planning system to enable our clients to achieve their property development goals. We will often first undertake a planning appraisal, where our clients, often property developers or investors, would come to us with a proposal to develop or make amendments to their property. What we then do is to assess their proposal against these development plans to see whether there is a good chance for the local authority to approve the planning application. Afterwards, the client will often appoint us as their planning consultant to help them in submitting their planning application. This involves drafting a planning statement, a document which will assess the proposal against planning policy, basically presenting a set of arguments showcasing why the council should approve our scheme. Other than the planning statement, there are also a lot of architectural plans and technical reports that are required to be submitted, which involves project managing architects, engineers, quantity surveyors as a team to collate the relevant information needed to submit a planning application. Other than this, we also need to attend statutory community engagement sessions where we gather views from local residents on a proposed development scheme, and sometimes as an expert witness on tribunals if our client decides to appeal against a council's decision to refuse the planning application, where we would reiterate and argue our case against the council's decision. Of course, things are not that simple. There are actually a lot of specialities within the planning profession, with some planners specializing in areas such as economics, urban design, heritage, and environmental impact assessments, and the following table provides a brief overview of their roles. However, I haven't really worked in these fields yet, so I couldn't provide you with detailed accounts of what these roles entail. But personally, I found economic planning the most interesting, as I'm able to analyze economic and demographic data to inform development decisions. And personally, I would like to specialize in this field in the future further down in my career. Of course, this is just a really simple overview of what a town planner does, but I hopefully provide you with a useful guide to what the town planning profession entails. See you in the next video and thank you for watching.